Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Escape Design. Today is going to be about getting to know your sewing machine. And what I mean by that is that if you're in the market shopping for your sewing machine for the very first time, these are what you need to know before you buy one, and I titled this Getting to Know Your Sewing Machine. So if you are a new beginner and right now you are ready to buy your first sewing machine, what should you consider before you get one? What are the functions you will require in your sewing machine as a beginner that will serve you better or give you the best bang for your money? Alright, today I'm going to be diving into different type of sewing machine, and if you are shopping in the market, there's a lot of brand of sewing machine that will overwhelm you, and it may be confusing getting the right sewing machine that will serve your need or your purpose. Here on my list I have a couple of sewing machine brand that you can choose from, which I can name them. The brand are starting from Singer, you have Bellina. These are really popular sewing machine. You have Brother, you have Janomi. Juki is another very popular sewing machine. You have Erna, you have Meko. Faf is another popular sewing machine, but these are high-end sewing machine. Even Benina is regarded to be a high sewing machine. You have Toyota, which are also good company. You have Union Special, you have Baby Lock, Texo, Dockup Adler, you have Console, you have Yamata, Sailrite, Jack, Reliable, Asquavana, Viking. So these are the few that I was able to list that you can choose from. But trust me, most of these sewing machine can be confusing sometimes. But if you're a new beginner and you are looking into get something that will serve a purpose, my recommend is that you get a machine that you can easily get the parts if you need, or a sewing machine that will give you all the functions that you require. I'm going to be going through some with you regardless of which brand you decide to choose, except some of the plastic ones, and even though you're still gonna get a use out of them. But for now, if you're starting out and you don't want to spend a lot of money, yet you still want to get all the functionality that you will require in a sewing machine, I'm going to show you some, like all these vintage one. I have two vintage here, and I have some here that are also like a new millennium sewing machine. This is a Bamberger, and we have this one is a Prestige, which is from Brother Sewing Machine. These two machines you are looking at right here, they are vintage sewing machine, and they can get almost all the job done for you regardless of what you want to do. So like I said, if these are not appealing to you, if this is not something you are interested in just because of the look, then you may want to go into the newer one that are just out there. This is another sewing machine that I will choose as a second choice if all these are not something you are interested in, the vintage one. But just be aware that if you still want that vintage functionality in a new look, this is what you will get. They also come in different varieties, from different company in different varieties. This is from Brother. You can get it from Juki. You can get it from Singer, Faf. Okay, but just be aware that the vintage one is like they took everything inside and put it in this and add more in terms of technology. Just like this now, if you're going to choose the needle position, if you're going to choose your stitch length, everything is computerized. You have to go into the computer and choose whatever you want to choose. But this will be probably a second choice that I will recommend for new beginner, because you get everything you need that will meet your sewing project, and which is you need straight stitch or stitch locker, you need zigzag functionality, you need buttonhole, you need a bar tack, you need blind hem, and so on like that. All of everything you will get in sewing machine like this, and you don't have to get them in a computerized one. You can get a basic one that you have to use knob to change your stitches, everything like that, or functions that you will require. So this will be a second choice that I will recommend if you are starting out as a new fashion designer, because you get everything you need in this sewing machine. All right, now I don't think you need more than any of this, but if you are comfortable enough, you have all this, and now you want to add a machine, or you want to upgrade to something more of speed, then this next machine will be what I will recommend. Alright guys, so this is from Juki, and you can also get this from I think Genomi, Baby Lock, Brother. This machine will only give you straight stitch and nothing more. That's all you are getting from this sewing machine. But this machine is built for quality, it's built to tough. This machine is really fast, and it's really fast. And I will tell you right now that if you are starting out, I do not recommend you start with this sewing machine, but just familiarize yourself with it, that if you want to upgrade later and you need a machine that can do just straight stitch and fast, I would say you should go for either this Juki or the Brother or the Janomi or any other brand. They are all good. The difference is just name. This is built pure with metal. It's a little bit heavy, but it's heavy duty as well. So you may want to consider this sewing machine if you want to upgrade, or if you are looking for a machine that can do straight stitch really fast and that can do it well. Now that we're done with this, as a new beginner fashion designer, there is this machine also that I will recommend, which is not something you really necessarily need at the beginning, but as you progress it may be something you will require, and that is serger or overlocker. That will be the next thing I believe you should upgrade to or add to your collection as you progress in your sewing or tailoring business. Right now the machine you are looking at, this is a serger. Some will call it serger, some will call it overlocker. The function is to do edge finishing. That's the primary function, but you can still get more from this that will give your project a clean look inside, so that you will not have your fabric going free all over the place. So this will stop the fray by finishing the edge. Then you can, like I said, you can get more function from this, because also this machine can do blind hem and some other decorative stitches. If you know how to use them properly, you can use it as a full-blown sewing machine, which means you can use it to sew a jersey or some nets or stretchy fabrics. It will do the sewing, and at the same time it will finish the edges. So this is just going to be a add-on. It's not going to be a necessity if you're just starting out, but it's a very good add-on that you will require as you progress in your sewing business. So this is another machine that you want to know, and you can get them from different manufacturers. So the next that I will show you will be some kind of industrial sewing machine, if something you are interested in. This is another sewing machine I think you should familiarize yourself with. This is pure full industrial sewing machine. We are looking at this right now. This is fully automatic twin needle sewing machine, or I can call it double needle. This is a full industrial sewing machine with the panel, everything. You want to familiarize yourself with this, and this is a machine you want to upgrade to when you finally get into that space that you will require a machine that is designed for production line, because this is a machine that is designed for production line. They are all metal built, they have their own table, and it's fully automatic. You can get them in different varieties. This we do probably like a stitch lock from the beginning, and when you're done sewing it will also do a stitch lock. These are the automatic nail lifter, then thread cutter. A lot of functions to this machine, but I just want to show you this so that you get familiar with a sewing machine like this. If this is something you are interested in, probably you may have been in the business for a while and you were looking into if you should upgrade yourself into this category of sewing machine or not. I would say that if you have invested so much in sewing business and you have a lot of clients or you have a lot of projects you are doing, this is a machine you may want to upgrade to. Even though some of these machines are a little bit expensive, but some are something that are not that really expensive. But the problem with this sewing machine is that manufacturer has wind down a little bit on their functionality and make sure that what they did now is that they narrow their functions just to do one thing. Just like this now, this is just pure stitch lock. They do straight stitch, but this can do it in either in double line or in single line. So if you are buying all this double needle, they are a little bit expensive, but I believe you only require a single needle in your own sewing project. And if you want to upgrade to something like this, you can get a broader sewing machine that is single needle, straight stitch. That's all you will get, straight stitch. Like I said, manufacturers actually wind down and pinpoint their function. You get industrial sewing machine that will only do back tack and back tack only. You get the one that will do button sewing. You get industrial machine that will do button no alone. You get industrial machine that will only do straight stitch. You get industrial sewing machine that will do blind hem and so on like that. But you never see any industrial sewing machine again that will do straight stitch, that will do back tack, that will do blind hem, that will do zigzag together. No, I think they decide not to do that just because these are made for production line. But if you are buying a machine that is designed to do zigzag, there's a probability that that machine will do straight stitch, and that will be the highest you will get in any sewing machine that are industrial or for production line. And if any machine is doing zigzag that are this level, they are really expensive. So you may be looking at $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000. But if they are doing zigzag, they will do straight stitch. So those are the things you will get. So if this is something you are trying to hide, I will advise, if you want to get them. They are really good. You can get industrial sewing machine for $350, $400, $500, $600, $700 that are single needle. Now that we have a lot of Japanese or Chinese made that are well built, something like Jack are really not that expensive. You know, there's a lot of manufacturers now that are coming into the industry and they are giving customers or buyer affordable choice to choose from, and they are really good. They're not like ship machine that they are not good. They ship and they are still good. You may want to look into that side because brother, unless you want to get them in use, brother are a little bit into the high end, just like the Copper Adler, just like the Fab sewing machine. Those machines are really expensive because they are kind of high-end sewing machine. All right, so that will be that about this. If you are thinking, you know, about upgrading your sewing machine to industrial sewing machine, it's a good thing if you want to do that. But all you will get is either zigzag and straight stitch or just straight stitch. Just be aware of that. But you won't go wrong if you are upgrading. But I will not say you should use all this as a starting point. All right guys, so I believe I'll show you a couple of different machines. This is a machine that I like so much. I've been using all this machine for a while. I like vintage sewing machine. You can't go wrong if you're going to get any one of these. You can't go wrong. They're really good. And if you want to spend more, money a little bit, I will recommend that you go for Bernina. If you can get good one, but they can range you from $350 to $500. The Bernina 930 record, those are really good vintage sewing machine that you will get tons of function from them, but they are a little bit expensive. So guys, that will be the end of this video for today. And if you gain any knowledge or see any value in this video, I will ask that you subscribe and be part of this channel so that we can grow together. You may not want to miss my next video. It's going to be about thread. That will be my next video. Just look out for that video. I'm going to bring different thread and we know their purpose, what they are being used for, the reason why you want to use them in your project. That will be my next video. I will advise that you subscribe to be part of this channel so that you don't miss any of my video. And until next time guys, keep sewing. Bye bye for now.